pressing record.
Yeah, I know. It's recording.
You could edit.
Yeah, right. Or I just leave it, whatever. If I find, if it's like good conversation before we go into the beginning of the show. But I guess we can now tell them that you are watching or listening to When Geeks Collide.
Do you ever notice when, like, in the introduction for the first few episodes, whenever I said my name, I giggled?
No.
You'd be like, Logan Savage, I'd be like, Steve Brown?
Steve Brown?
Like, I don't know why.
No, I didn't notice. Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, so we're...
When Geeks Collide. You're listening.
This is it. This is the show.
He's Logan Savage. I'm Steve Brown. And yeah, so...
so what are we talking about today? The DC animated
cinematic animated, but the animated universe.
Yeah.
That was started with Batman in the 90s. Not the Super Friends.
Yeah.
Not that old Superman show.
No, we can't include the Super Friends.
Well, we can talk about it.
Yeah. Because that was pretty much the only thing that I ever saw of DC back then. Yeah. I didn't know what Aquaman was until then.
They say that Super Friends made Aquaman a household name.
Really, eh?
Go figure.
I mean, Wonder Woman had her TV show. I knew her from the TV show, but yeah.
Awesome show, by the way.
Yeah, it was.
When I was a kid,
try to watch it now. It's kind of hard to watch, man.
Yeah, I tried to watch an episode, and because I saw the DVDs really cheap, I'm like, oh, I'll buy them. And it was like, it's good, but it's like watching The Incredible Hulk. It's
yeah.
Like, I remember when I was a kid, Incredible Hulk was like, this is fucking awesome.
Yeah, I know. Watch it now.
It's like, this is fucking lame.
Yeah. Like a couple of years ago, I forget what channel on TV was playing Hulk and Wonder Woman back to back.
Not Deja Vu. Was it TV Tropolis? What it used to be, though.
Was it? Yeah. I thought it was Sun TV or something.
No, it was TV Tropolis.
Oh yeah.
Because when it first came on. Yeah. I remember.
Because I tried watching some episodes then, and I was like, okay, I can't. Do
you remember the new VR, that Barry channel that used to play Raw?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, late at night.
Before TSN picked it up, right?
Well, TSN had it like late at night, like different times during the week.
Yeah.
But I remember the new VR late at night would play like Hulk.
Yeah.
And Green Hornet.
Oh yes, that's right. I remember.
And I used to stay up and watch those in the summer.
Because I never really watched the Green Hornet until the new VR played them.
Yeah, I like the Green Hornet.
I was like, oh, it's almost exactly like Batman.
Yeah, it totally is.
Yeah.
That's how they launched the show too. They did the episode.
Yeah, where they were
Batman and Robin.
The crossover episode, yeah.
When Kato and the Green Hornet become stamps, I remember.
So yeah, I don't remember that.
So lame.
I never watched the crossover.
Yeah.
Ever.
I love that old Batman show.
Oh, same with me, man.
Campy is all shit. I love that.
Like I was telling you before, I watched it recently with my daughter, and it didn't matter how bad it was. I couldn't turn it off. I couldn't look away. Yeah. The Batmobile is like.
It's my favorite Batmobile.
It gives me a geekgasm every time I look at it. You know what I mean? So.
Well, I could just watch it down when we were talking about it, and I said, there's new figures. Yeah. They have like. Right now they have Batman, Riddler, Batman with a surfboard and shorts.
Really?
Penguin and Joker, but they have the Batmobile.
Yeah. And
it fits the. I'm like, oh. And I just got a job, so.
Yeah.
Like bills and that. That's what will happen. But so we're back. It's not been a gap for people listening, but for us it's been a gap. It's been like, what, 2 weeks?
About 2.
Yeah, because right before Fan Expo, we recorded with Paige, which was last week's episode.
Yeah, that's right.
We had a few in the can, but now, because we weren't doing them, we have to catch up. Yeah. So we're caught up now. But yeah, there's Fan Expo. We went to Fan Expo.
Yeah.
Ethan Page, we broke his Fan Expo cherry.
That's right. He never been to a Fan Expo or a con or anything like that. So
and didn't he buy like something like 20-something comics or something?
Yeah, but they were like $2 each. And they were paper trades. They weren't like single
I bought
comics.
one. The guy, the funniest thing, I found that booth with them, and it's like $10 each.
Yeah.
Or 5 for $20. I'm like, oh, okay. But yeah, trades for $2. I only got one. I got like the Ultimate X-Men.
Yeah.
Just because I remember hearing when they like did Ultimate X-Men that like Wolverine was in the Brotherhood and kind of like was gonna kill Xavier and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to.
Which I thought was weird that you bought because you're not a fan of the Ultimate.
I hate the Ultimate Universe. Yeah.
Especially the way Wolverine looks on that cover too.
Yeah. But in the comic, he actually looks like badass. Wolverine. Yeah, he looks badass.
On that cover, he looks like shit. Yeah. That's why I never read Ultimate X-Men.
But I got some pretty cool finds there. You got a.
I got a sword.
A samurai sword. And
that's my home security.
I got Daredevil 181. Yeah. Death of Elektra for $10.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
I got Punisher War Journal #1 for $2.
I got Punisher War Journal #6, him versus Wolverine, even though I have it, but now I have one to bag and board.
Nice.
And but now I got part 2 also of the fight. It's like 25 years I've been wondering how this fight ends. So now we'll find out.
Finally, you could have just asked me. I had the the second part of that fight. End?
Punisher wins.
I think they end up respecting each other.
So, we kicked each other's ass.
Yes. Now let's work together.
Let's work together
and take down these bad guys in a swamp.
The poachers.
Yeah. Poachers. It was a good time. The only problem I found was we went there with intentions to do so much.
Yeah.
And we did so little.
Yeah.
Because we wanted to shop. We wanted to just go around. We had a list of shit to grab. We didn't get to film anything or do any interviews. Nothing. So
we'll hit up the Hamilton. There's a
Hamilton one. Yeah.
In October, we'll hit that up.
Okay. And for sure.
We'll definitely do. I'd love to. I hate the people of Hamilton. No offense.
Whoa! Hey! Come on! What the hell?
I'm kidding.
I love you Hamiltonians. I don't even know what you guys are called.
You know who hates Hamiltonians?
Who?
Oprah Winfrey.
No, really?
Yeah. Remember we did that show when she was in Hamilton the day before?
Yeah. Oh, yes,
and Darcy
that's right.
saw her in the hotel?
Yeah.
She said that the people of Hamilton dressed low class.
Yeah.
And, like, normally people dress up. Yeah. But, like, people of Hamilton, I look at the Hamilton public as, like, Tragically Hip fans. Have you ever heard my rant of Tragically Hip fans?
No.
Well, a Tragically Hip fan is...
Now you're pissing off Tragically Hip fans.
Whatever.
Holy.
Bring it on.
Do you have a list of things you want to just get off your chest?
I do, that notebook over there. But, if a Tragically Hip fan's like, I'm going to dress up to go... Yeah, blue jeans and a hockey jersey.
That's dressing up.
That's dressing up. And I could just see that's... City of Hamilton.
My dressing up is a button shirt. Me too. I don't really go.
I look like a cholo on Easter.
I just don't. I have suits. I just don't feel comfortable in them. So why am I gonna go to a place that you're gonna have dinner? So you got to take off your jacket anyways. You're gonna start dancing. Say if you're at a wedding or whatever, you got to start dancing or whatever. Well, what's the point of having the jacket? What, to keep you warm? Don't wear it. You
sweat your balls off. Why you're sweating your balls off already? Like, especially at a wedding. I wore a suit twice ever. I wore suits.
Yeah.
Both weddings. P.P. Small's wedding. I was in a wedding party, so it was like rented suit.
Yeah.
Awesome. I look like the Kingpin.
Yeah.
I couldn't wait.
Steve, to get in my heart, you are my Kingpin.
Thank you. But I couldn't wait to get to the reception.
Yeah.
To take the jacket off.
Yeah.
And then I found out because it's a big Italian wedding.
Yeah.
And then the receiving line's huge.
You gotta greet people.
I was hammered in the first 5 minutes.
Oh, for sure.
But then
especially if you're the dude that's handing out the shots. Yeah. Then you are getting toast.
And I don't know what's wrong with your people, the Italians.
The last wedding I went to this summer, I walked by those guys that are handing out the shots, and I said, and I know these guys from growing up or whatever. I'm like, no, it's okay, guys. I don't like taking shots. I hate that shit. Mm-hmm. And they're like, oh, thank you.
Yeah, because like I find like with your people, all the Italians that came through, oh, you gotta have one too. I'm like, okay.
As my liver quivers right now.
And the other wedding I went to was Adam Reed's wedding.
Yeah.
Which was like a smaller wedding, and I didn't even know I needed a suit jacket. And they brought me one, which was too short on the arms.
Oh, nice.
And then the shoulders, cause I got.
So you look like you're pushing up your sleeves like Sonny Crockett.
It's not that bad. But if I put my arms out, and there's some pictures, oh man, I think they're the worst pictures. I've told them.
You look like a big guy in a little man's coat.
Like total Chris Farley, fat guy in a little coat going on. But it was like a big coat. Just I have broad shoulders and wide back, so right away I was just like, oh no, this ain't gonna happen. Also, as soon as the ceremony was over, I'm like, here you go.
Yeah.
Here's the tie. Here you go. And then just have my white button-up shirt.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we just went off on a tangent about suits, but what were we talking about? Oh, we were talking about the Comic-Con.
Comic-Con, yeah.
Yeah, in Hamilton. And
oh, because I started talking about the people of Hamilton.
Yeah, that's right. We have a lot of friends from Hamilton, so we can kid.
Hey, they're from Stony Creek.
Yeah, okay? Well, I don't know. Paige technically isn't.
He lives in Hamilton.
Yeah.
He's from Stony Creek.
Wait, so his house up on the
That's Stony Creek, yeah.
That's Stony Creek up on the, what is that, a mountain?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, a big hill, they call it a mountain. Like, come on.
It's pretty big.
Tragically hit fans.
It is pretty big. I guess it is a mountain, but a mountain to me has peaks, you know what I mean? So
not geeks.
Okay.
Wait, we're geeks.
Okay, so we were gonna.
That's horrible, by the way. Like one of my daughters that lives in Hamilton.
I know.
I hate Hamilton. It's because I have to go.
One of his daughters.
Yeah.
Who knows how many he has?
His comments. You know the wife listens.
I know.
She's probably like the number one
that's
fan.
That's why I said it.
But yeah, but it was fun at Fan Expo.
It was a great time.
Except finding out as we're leaving, the Batmobile was there.
Finding out as we were leaving, all the celebrities
were in the hallway.
What
the freak?
You know, like I didn't know. I'm walking around going, the celebrities were here last year. Where are they now? You know, I thought, well, where are they in the the food section? No, somebody tells me they're out in the hallway. I'm like, oh, that's great. Actually, it's like where the escalators come down. I know last year when we went to Fan Expo, and I brought my daughter, I took pictures of her in front of like the Fan Expo red carpet, you know? And that's where they had the celebrities. Yeah. So, whatever.
I want to see some Linda Hamilton.
She was there, right? She was there a few years ago. And
I can't believe that
she kind of just butt in front of me while I was waiting.
Oh yeah, I remember.
The ATM, yeah. But one of her handlers asked me if she could walk through the line where I was standing. I was like, yeah, sure, let her in.
You saw what she did in Terminator 2. It's not a woman you want to say no to.
No. She'd probably kick my ass, yeah.
God, I love when she's doing the chin-ups.
Oh my God, I know.
James Cameron left her for Rose's mom from Titanic. That ginger bitch.
Rose's mom?
Yeah, it's the main character chick.
Oh.
Her mom. That's James Cameron's wife. That's where the hatred started. Why do you give up Linda Hamilton?
Oh, that older lady? Oh, I thought first you were saying the old lady from the beginning of the movie. Kate Winslet's older version. I was like, what?
A woman's heart is a wide ocean.
Kate Winslet's mom. Okay. Yeah. All right. Oh, all right. Whatever.
So before we go into DC with the Titanic segue, Billy Zane is going to be Namor.
That's right. I'm pretty pumped about that, man.
And James Spader is going to be Ultron.
Yes,
So
I
the
like
voice,
that.
I guess the
voice, yeah. I like those two. Have we talked about Ben Affleck being Batman? We haven't.
We didn't talk about that last week?
No, we didn't. That was before Comic-Con. And it was around the same time Comic-Con. Or Comic-Con. Fan Expo was happening.
We recorded and they came out. Ben Affleck, Batman.
Yeah.
Jeez, who'd have thunk it?
I know, and this is like weeks and weeks after.
Yeah.
But this is our thoughts on it. What's your thoughts?
I'm digging it. Yeah. I don't mind Ben Affleck. He's a bomb in Phantoms, you know. So.
What is that? What's up with that line? Like everybody says that.
Oh, it's from Jay and Silent Bob.
Oh, he says that in Jay and Silent Bob.
To Jay.
Oh, okay.
And then Jay goes, "Oh yeah, Phantom's like a motherfucker." But
I watched that movie a long time when it came out on DVD or whatever.
Well, because all the VHS. Fat Man on Batman I listened to, I'm like, I'm gonna watch some Kevin Smith stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm totally psyched for him being Batman.
I think it'd be good.
I think it'd be good. I mean, Daredevil people are getting on his case because of Daredevil, but he was an actually pretty good Daredevil. It was just the movie itself that was pretty bad.
He didn't write the let's go have a dance fight in the middle of a playground.
Yeah, he just went along with it. But everything in the suit was fine.
Yeah.
He's running along rooftops, fighting bad guys. That's basically Batman training for me, you know what I mean?
Apparently, they say he did Daredevil because he thought he'd never get a chance to be Batman.
Yeah, because I think the whole Batman franchise was done at that time.
It was done. Done like dinner.
Like when Batman Begins, when all that news started coming around, I was so surprised that they were doing something so soon.
I went into Batman Begins with very low expectations after. I remember as a kid so I'm like 13, seeing Batman and Robin and remembering thinking, this is not fucking good. Like, I love Batman. I did not buy Batman and Robin on VHS. Now, if you look to your left on Blu-ray, there's Batman and Robin right there.
Oh, really?
But that's because it was cheap at Walmart, and I'm trying to get all the Batman movies.
Jesus.
But I didn't even rent it.
Wow.
Like,
You know what was a shame about this movie is that George Clooney could have been a good Batman if he had the right director directing him. You know what I mean? Not someone
wanting to blow him.
Yeah. Pretty much. I mean, George Clooney's such a good actor now, you know what I mean? And back then, what was he thinking? Like, why wouldn't he just question everything?
Yeah, no.
Well,
this is the same guy that did Return of the Killer Tomatoes, though. So
I'm pretty sure once he showed up on set and he saw the sets and he's like, oh, it's going to be like this.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll just go with the jokes,
If you watch, like, soon as, like in Batman Forever, like, Tim Burton's still the producer, so there's still some darkness to it.
Yeah, it still kind of follows the Burton universe.
Very
campy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
we'll say the word campy.
It's starting to revert.
I'd say San Franciscan, but
it's starting to revert back to the 1966.
Yeah. But how gay did they make Gotham City look in those? Batman
those statues of muscle men pulling on levers and it was like, wow, what is this, a Madonna video?
You go to the circus and there's guys wearing like flower grass skirts, pounding their jacked muscles and pounding on a big drum, and then there's that auction in Batman and Robin where it's for these girls, but there's all these guys practically wearing nothing, like
Joel Schumacher,
and the bad fucking credit
he
card.
Must take it hard in the ass every night, eh? Yeah, no, it's.
You know what's funny? There's so many Joel Schumacher movies. I don't know so many, but I can think of
there's
3
some good
other
ones
movies that I like. Number 23, Lost Boys, Phone Booth.
I like those Lost Boys.
Yeah.
Oh wow. And I know there's been some movies over the years where I was like very shocked that it was Joel Schumacher. He do that movie with Danny DeVito and Matt Damon as well. forget the name of that movie. I don't know. He did some like law type of movie with
Rainmaker.
Was it Rainmaker? I don't know. Don't quote me on that because I'm not sure. Because I'm
not sure either.
I know he did like a really good movie. He's done a few really good movies. So I'm so surprised by the Batman and Robin shit.
Mm-hmm. Like Lost Boys is a pretty dark movie.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't keep that going.
Yeah, I know.
But also coming off the second, like Batman Returns, the studio was very like, wow, way too dark, like creepy. You know, it turned into a Tim Burton movie.
I think Batman Returns was less dark than the first one, and had more jokes.
But there's darker elements to it.
Really? Well, I guess so. I guess,
you know, like
the whole thing with
Penguin biting the guy's nose, wanting to drown the kids.
Yeah.
Catwoman getting pushed out a window. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I just saw his little circus crew, and the penguins walking around with jetpacks or whatever rockets on their backs, and it just seemed a little bit more comical than the first one to me. But anyways, enough about that.
That would be on the Batman. Do we have a Batman episode?
No, we haven't had a Batman episode yet. But yeah, Ben Affleck as Batman, I think he'll do well.
I'm giving it a thumbs up.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I think.
But I'm also thinking Matt Damon would have been a good Batman too. I don't know.
I think Ben Affleck, Batfleck. I think he'll look really good underneath the mask, like the chin. He's got the square jaw with the dimple and everything. Yeah. I think he'll look good under the mask. He's basically Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
You know, he's a young, good-looking millionaire dude, right? Yeah. He's got that humor too, like that cocky humor.
Yeah.
That I think Batman would. I don't know. I guess it would be all right that Batman has a cocky sense of humor, you know?
The only thing I'm thinking about now with the movie is, like, so is it going to be, like, Batman's been Batman for a while?
Yeah, that's what they want.
He's meeting Superman? So is it, like, a continuation?
Because they want an older,
I'm sorry, when I think 40, though, like, Ben Affleck's just, like, 40.
But if you think about it, well, when does Batman start fighting crime?
He's supposed to be like 25.
Okay, so that's 15 years.
In year one, he's 25.
That's 15 years of fighting crime. I mean, look at your wrestling career, right? Well, how many years? 10, 11?
It's going on 12.
Going on 12.
Jesus.
You know what I mean? Doesn't that seem like a long time for you?
Yeah, very long time.
Yeah, well, Batman's got 15 years, man.
Good point.
So I think that
he's doing it every night.
Yeah, I think that would be an experienced, seasoned vet, you know.
But then why was he letting all this stuff go on in Metropolis?
What bad was happening in Metropolis? Nothing bad was happening.
Well, the fucking city was destroyed.
Yeah, but Superman was there,
destroying the city,
taking care of it. You know.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I don't know.
Maybe they'll
explain it.
They'll explain. Maybe he had his own problems with Bane and his fucking city. You know what I mean?
Kevin Smith says it's going to make $2 billion.
Oh, regardless.
I think it's going to make $2 billion.
They could have.
For a Batman Superman movie to defeat Avatar, I could die the day that happens.
They could have cast Louis C.K. as Batman. You know, and that movie would make $2 billion.
I don't know about Batman. He'd be a great Robin.
Yeah.
But so thumbs up for me.
Yeah, thumbs up for me too. I like it, and especially with Ben Affleck doing so well with the directing and acting and stuff like that. I think he'll, and he knows the importance of this role. He's been through the ringer of the internet. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
He's not looking to do a bad job. He's not. I'm pretty sure he's seen Clooney's performance and said, "Wow, that was shit." You know. Yeah. I can do better than that.
He also isn't going to get handed such a kiddie movie.
No, exactly. With Zack Snyder, no, Zack Snyder looks to be like a huge fanboy. You know what I mean? That's doing it right, I think. What do you think?
Yeah, he's DC's Joss Whedon.
Yeah,
you know,
totally. And before Marvel had Josh Whedon, I would say the guy who did Iron Man.
Oh, Jon Favreau.
Favreau, yeah.
Yeah.
Because they wanted him to do everything at one point.
He should have.
He stayed on as a producer for Iron Man 3.
Yeah, but...
Yeah.
You know.
We all know how that ends up. I mean, look at Tim Burton and the Batman movies after.
Yeah. No, yeah.
He was a producer, but I'm pretty sure he wasn't that hands-on. You know, he was just collecting a paycheck, really.
Yeah, he's probably an EP. No, I think he actually produced it.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Ben Affleck.
So that's the movie, the big movie news.
The RoboCop.
Oh,
trailer.
Amazing.
You know?
Amazing.
For a movie that every time new pictures came out,
I was like, what the fuck?
And me too. And then the comments people made, what's with this outfit? Blah, 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 you know?
It was, those pictures were getting bashed, man. But I know from experience, never bashed the pictures, but I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it because it was a black suit, man. But you never bashed the pictures because I thought Iron Man looked like a friggin' dollar store RoboCop when I saw the first pictures of Iron Man, you know, and then the movie was amazing, you know. So that's where I learned my lesson.
I remember someone saying, "How are they going to do the Iron Man costume?" I'm just like, "Go watch RoboCop."
Yeah,
it's the same kind of thing.
Yeah,
but yeah, no, that trailer. I don't know, man. It looks awesome.
Pretty awesome, and Michael Keaton's in it. Samuel Jackson.
You put Michael Keaton in anything, and it's
Gary Oldman.
Taking my money.
Yeah, and Gary Oldman.
Yeah. I can't believe that Nick Fury, Batman, and Commissioner Gordon build RoboCop. That's crazy. Insane. You know?
Yeah. It is insane. It looks really good.
Yeah.
It looks like they did it right. I mean, I would have liked to see him get blown away by the criminals.
Yeah. I like how he doesn't die. It's not like we're spoiling the movie. They say he's not dead, but he's going to be paralyzed and stuff, you know? Like, I watched the trailer again just before you got here. I'm like, it's awesome.
Looks good.
You know, I like how, like, the one hand is normal still. And, and he's like...
There's more of him in the suit.
And he's like, and he's aware of who he is, like, right away, it appears. You know?
Yeah. They're going a little bit different, but it seems like it's going to work. And they got him in the silver suit.
Yeah. I like how the suit is, too. Like, how, like...
It looks like there's a couple of different suits, too, right?
Yeah, so...
Yeah, how it just...
That's for the toys.
What?
You do the different suits for the toys.
Totally, man. That's where you make money.
That's why for Superman Lives, the sketches, there's like 4 different costumes he was going to have, so you can have a toy of each costume.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing, as a kid, buying Batman figures,
still to this day, there's
but
Batman.
I've never bought, like, I'd buy one Batman.
Yeah.
That's all I needed.
Yeah.
People would buy me for, like, Christmas and other Batmans.
The Batman in the gold suit.
Yeah.
Batman in a silver suit.
But if I could, it'd be black.
Yeah.
Or I remember for the first movie, they had, like, the Dark Knight collection. It was, like, the first movie came out, but then, like, a year later, they got a better deal.
Yeah.
And there was one outfit, it was, like, dark blue and gray.
Nice.
So I was looking for the black or the dark blue and gray, because
that's his colors
Batman,
right there.
You know?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, it seems like in the toys, the Batman has a suit for almost any occasion.
Yeah.
You know.
Anything he'll do in that movie, there's a special suit specifically for it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like how did he know that he was gonna fly tonight? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why he's got the jet wings or whatever.
Yeah. I just remember for Batman Returns, it was like Arctic Batman.
Yeah.
It was like black and white. I did buy that one because for some reason I'm like, that looks cool on Batman.
Yeah.
But it was like, Batman probably has multiple suits.
Mm-hmm.
He does, like in Dark Knight Returns Part 2, when he fights Superman.
Yeah.
In the movie, in Dark Knight Returns, the graphic novel, but he's got that stronger suit, like where he can take more of punishment
yeah.
Dish more out, so, you know.
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, whatever sells more toys.
Yeah, that's all it's about. That's why these movies get horrible. That's why Batman and Robin's horrible, because they were doing
money grubbing, executives.
They were doing sketches for the movie. When they showed the sketch to like the director and producer, right away the toy company's taking it.
Yeah.
And going and making the toy, making the mold and stuff. You know?
For sure, yeah. So then it's not art anymore. You know what I mean? No. Then it's just a corporation, fucking sucking money out of you.
That's why like people like when they think back to stuff like with people like Star Wars figures, because Star Wars figures didn't come out right away.
Yeah.
It was like a while before they came out. Batman, I remember the first movie, those figures didn't come out right away. And then when they got the new licensing deal, it was another, like, a year, you know? So, that's the stuff that sticks out in people's minds. Not, like... Like, they take the sketch that's, like... Just, like, an idea.
Yeah.
To go make a figure on it. I remember, like... Well, Bane doesn't look anything like this in Batman and Robin, so why does the figure look like this? Batgirl doesn't have the ears. Why does this figure have the ears, you know?
Yeah. Because they're getting early concepts of the characters.
That's where...
Which I mean, leads right into what we were going to start talking about, and that's the Batman animated series. They did a lot of that stuff, man. It was a different color suit for every Batman that came out, man.
Yeah, Which
would drive me nuts as a kid.
Oh yeah, like I said, like I
would only want him, that one.
Exactly, him in his outfit,
and then the villains, and maybe some vehicles or whatever.
I hate it with the villains when they would change up a villain.
Yeah,
like not on the show, because we'll get to the point where like later on they redesigned all the villains and stuff, but where you'd have a Joker, and then you'd come up with a Joker in like a blue suit.
Yeah.
But on the show he's wearing like pink.
Yeah, like when the hell did he ever wear that suit?
Like, so stupid. But yeah, so DC Animated Universe.
Yeah.
Now, 92, I was 8.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Batman Returns was just in theaters.
Yeah.
I was full swing into my, I'd say superhero phase. Like, I was, anything superheroes I was down with. Like, I love Batman. I was kind of getting out of Ninja Turtles at that point.
Yeah.
But Batman, X-Men, love them. And I'd have 2 separate bins. I'd have a DC bin and Marvel. And I never crossed.
I was watching Justice League the other day with my daughter Vivian, and she was like, "Why isn't the Hulk on this?" I'm like, "Oh my God, that's 2 different universes right there. You can't mix them." She's like, "Why? Why?" So I had to explain the whole thing to her. But it's hard explaining that to a 6-year-old.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah. But, I
used to hate playing with some friends, and they'd be like, you'd be playing, like, with Batman, like, "Oh, yeah, well, Wolverine's here to help." Like, Wolverine don't help Batman. Superman helps Batman. Robin helps Batman.
Yeah.
Wolverine can go fuck himself. But yeah, no.
Yeah, no, I was a teenager at that time.
Now, were you...
I'm older.
Do you remember hearing about the show coming out? Were you excited for it, or...?
Well, the movie Batman Returns, just went and watched that, and then I guess it was like before the school year came out, they were showing commercials on Fox of this new Batman show, and I was just like, "Oh, that looks amazing! It looks so dark. It looks like the movie." They're using the score from the movie, which I was like, "Oh, okay, I'm on board, man." Because at that time, Batman and Batman Returns was like my whole world at that time, man. I was totally into that. I was buying the comic books and watching the movies. I was even going back and watching the old TV shows. Yeah,
I remember the TV show came on like before I knew the Batman movie was coming out.
Yeah.
And then from that TV show being on, I got into Batman. Then I remember watching Entertainment Tonight one night, and they talked about it on Kevin Smith's podcast, that like footage.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I remember seeing that footage and just being like, looks so awesome, you know? And just everything was Batman after that. Like, like I remember that Christmas I got like
Batman and X-Men, like you said.
Yeah.
X-Men 2 was very big back then with comic books and...
right about that time that show started.
Yeah, the
same
show.
time.
Yeah.
The figures were just kind of coming out then.
Yeah.
Like, I was totally, like... I knew who the X-Men were, but I liked Batman. But then my mom bought me Nightcrawler. Mm-hmm. And that started a complete other sickness.
Yeah.
That... We could talk about that when we talk about the 90s cartoons, but that was my Saturday morning was like X-Men, Batman, wrestling.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I had to see those.
I was a little bit older, but I was still into the cartoons back then. I'm into cartoons now, so
that Batman show holds up so good.
Yeah, it does. Know? I just remember it was a different feel. It was like the voice acting was different. It wasn't so animated, you know what I mean? It was like very real.
Yeah.
And I remember watching it at my aunt's house, and my aunt was in the kitchen making whatever, dinner or whatever, and she was like, "What are you watching?" I'm like, "I'm watching Batman," and she was like, "Oh, I thought you were watching a soap opera," because it just sounded different. I'm like, "Yeah, it's a little bit different than the normal cartoons," you know what I mean? So, I was just digging it, man. That Batman versus the Man-Bat.
That's the first episode.
Yeah, so good, man. So good.
It was awesome. I remember it used to be on every day.
Yeah.
For a while. It was like every day you come
school.
home and you get like a new thing. I remember also seeing episodes and at the time thinking, God, these aren't that good. And now like watching them.
They're good.
Like, fuck, these are like the best episodes. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like the Mr. Freeze one. Like Kevin Smith talks about it all the time. I remember hating that when I was a kid because I hated Mr. Freeze. Yeah. But then like a few years ago when I had like started watching it again, like I borrowed a friend had all the seasons and Adam Reed, and I was just like, this is a wicked episode. And then like one where he like loses his memory and he's working in like some camp and like
oh yes, I remember
pretty much slave labor.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a good fucking episode.
Yeah.
Or there's a Jonah Hex one. Yeah. It's like
that's a good one.
Jonah Hex one.
Yeah.
So fucking good.
Was there an Alfred episode? Or does Alfred help him at some point where he's flying a plane?
Probably. I don't
know. I just think I remember something about that. It's where they kind of mention that Alfred knows a little bit more than just being a butler. You know? Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Well, there is an episode with Red Claw or whatever, that ninja girl, where Alfred goes to England and then like gets kidnapped by her, and then it's pretty much an Alfred episode.
Yeah, yeah. But I like the idea of Alfred being like MI6?
Oh, like on the Beware the Batman? You watch that new one?
No, I don't watch the new one.
We'll get to that then.
Yeah.
So the start of the DC animated universe is Batman. Yeah. Bruce Timm was the guy who did it. Paul Dini was one of the writers, but it was Bruce Timm.
Made the look of the show.
It was just so awesome. Like I always feel every time I watch it, it takes me back to that time. And I just remember like certain situations that happened around that time. Like I remember like that Christmas, my mom was the worst at hiding presents. Yeah. And like there was the figures, and then like I don't know if you remember the figures, but like the corner was like Batman with like the cape. It's just his eyes, and like you can't see his face, but the cape. So, and I remember my mom put this thing up in her closet, and out of the bag was just that picture of Batman.
I'm just like, Batman.
What is it? And I'm like dying to know what it is. Finally, one night I go upstairs. My mom wasn't home, or she was doing something. I went upstairs and I looked, and it was Robin. I'm like, awesome. And I like put it back, and then I remember doing something, and my mom's like, you know what? Because you did a good job, you can have one of your Christmas presents now. And I go, can I have the Robin? She's like, what? I'm like, nothing. But yeah.
Did she give it to you?
Yeah.
Yeah?
After yelling at me.
Yeah.
My mom's always quite the pushover, but she's awesome. But I just remember at that time, like, my mom, she always worked nights. So sometimes in the day, her and, I guess, my stepdad, they would go to bingo during the day. Mm-hmm. And then it was always awesome if they won. Because before coming home, they'd always buy me and my brother something. This before my sister was born. And every it was always an animated series figure. So, like, remember one time I'm coming home and there was, like, Two-Face and the Riddler there. I'm like, awesome, you know? One time I came home, there was a blanket. Batman Returns blanket.
Yeah.
Just every time, like I said, every time I watch the show...
it brings you back to childhood.
That, yeah. And now I want to collect those figures, as you saw at Fan Expo when I was on the hunt for them.
Yeah.
But,
and they look so old now, eh?
Yeah, but, like, they still look awesome.
They do. I look at them like I look at the Amigo ones.
Yeah.
You know?
The Amigos are...
Which, at that time, when I was seeing the Batman figures, I was like, oh my god, they've come so far, you know what I mean? But,
because when I see Amigos, my brother had some.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, these are shitty. Like, I remember he had Iron Man, and he had a big smile on his face, like where it's supposed to be armor. He's got a smile on his face. Yeah. Like, look it up on Google.
Oh, I have to check it out.
Google.
I've never had Iron Man.
Or like,
I didn't even know they had an Iron Man toy.
And like Wonder Woman, like, had skin-colored pants.
Wow.
Because I guess she couldn't have a bikini on.
Yeah.
And then, like, I just remember stuff like that, and just like, these are cheesy, you know? But, like, now I see them, like, they're kind of cool. Like, they'd be cool, like...
They got, like, a retro...
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know?
they got this retro feel to it.
Especially after, you watch Robot Chicken.
Yeah.
They always... That's what they use.
Yeah,
right? So.
yeah. I had the Spider-Man and Batman and Superman.
That's another thing. Like, the series were DC and Marvel together.
Yeah, I know.
You know? Like...
Is everything.
That's so unheard of.
Even wasn't it the Hanes underwear? Didn't they do
Underoos?
Underoos?
Yeah.
Didn't they have
because it'd be Spider-Man ones, Batman.
Yeah.
I remember when I was a kid, I had Superman ones that had a cape.
Yeah.
And then Spider-Man ones that had like a mask, but the mask was like just kind of headgear, like put on your head, and there's nothing over your face.
Yeah.
You look like a retard. But yeah.
It was even the costumes back. Sorry to go off topic, but the costumes were really shitty back in the day. The plastic one-piece costume with the plastic mask with the string.
Costumes.
Yeah, the Halloween costumes.
Jeez.
Those are horrible.
I was Superman, but I remember those being shitty.
Yeah, I remember my mom got me the Superman one. And I went to school thinking, yes, I'm fucking Superman. I get to school, this fucking kid, his mom made him a Superman tight uniform, like suit. I was so pissed.
Was that kid Darkstone?
No, it was not Darkstone.
Jeez,
but yeah. I'm like, this kid's a blonde kid. He can't be Superman.
It was like the plastic costume on like a cardboard thing with the mask.
Yeah.
It would hit. Oh yeah, those were bad. I remember my mom bought me a Superman costume.
Yeah.
It was like spandex and
you
know, I'm a big kid and she bought me this. I'm like, I'm not wearing that. She's like, why? I'm like, Superman's not fat. Yeah. Later though.
Even back then, you're a true fanboy, eh?
Yeah. But now I can probably go to Fan Expo and people, hey, can I get a picture with you?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. But, so and then. And there was a bunch of different variations of the TV show over the years, right? The Batman.
Yeah, it was like Batman, and it became the new Adventures of Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
So it
and then they changed up the art a little bit. I liked it.
That was the last season. They Penguin went from being looking like Batman Returns to looking like Penguin,
which was cool.
The only guy who really didn't change was Two-Face.
Yeah, well. He was perfect from the beginning.
And Harley Quinn.
You
know, but
like... They created, so.
They made... Because Bane, at first on the show, looked like a luchador.
Yeah.
Then they made him look kind of like a S&M guy.
Yeah.
They made Scarecrow look like fucking scary.
Yeah.
Joker, they like changed his face a little, like his
you know what? I don't really care for the luchador Bane.
No.
No, I'm not really into that.
No.
I don't know.
Like the figure looks like a wrestling figure.
Yeah.
Like it has wrestling boots on.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Tights, mask.
Do they say that he's a wrestler?
No.
In the comic book.
It's just a costume.
Oh, it's just weird, man.
But the show, like, with Batman, and then it's like it's broken up over like 4 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
But there's so many episodes. It was on a long time, but like there were so many gaps where it was like reruns, and then but it was like Batman animated series, New Adventures of Batman and Robin, Batman Superman, I believe.
Yeah.
And then so.
Yeah, they had the Superman show too.
Do you have a favorite episode of Batman? Do you think of?
My favorite episode is the one where it's like I guess it's like a dream of Barbara Gordon where she dies.
Oh yeah, that episode's awesome.
Yeah,
Over the Edge.
Yeah, that's like my favorite episode, man.
My favorite is Almost Got Him. I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's like Joker, Two-Face, Killer Croc, Penguin.
Yes.
They're playing poker.
And they tell the stories of them almost getting Batman.
Awesome.
It's one of my favorite too.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Best part to me is the opening. So it's like Penguin's got like tea.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like pouring it because that's like his personality.
Yeah.
Joker's got the cards and he's like pulling stuff out of his sleeve.
Yeah.
Two-Face has like a jug of half and half that's like cream and milk.
Yeah.
Like,
that's awesome.
It's cool. But that's a really good episode. And I like the Over the Edge one.
Yeah.
And there's one, it's like, I think it's called Tales of the Dark Knight.
Mm-hmm.
It's the girl from Dark Knight Returns and her friends telling stories about, they heard about Batman and he's like this. So it's like, first story, it's kind of like the 60s show.
Yeah.
And then the other one, it's like he's more scary looking. And then the one is like, oh no, he's big. And then they show Dark Knight Returns.
Oh, wow.
So it's pretty cool. And
I've never seen that one.
And Firefly's on. It's the only episode Firefly's ever on.
Oh, okay.
I also like an episode that like a lot of people shit on. It's called I have a Batman in my basement or Batman in my basement.
Yeah.
It's like he gets like beat up by the Penguin and these kids save him. They like hide the Batmobile in all these boxes.
Oh yes, I've seen this one.
It's like one of my favorite episodes. I love it, but a lot of people shit on it.
I like when they do stuff like that, man. It's a story that you wouldn't even think of. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's amazing that they even think of it, but it's smart.
Oh, and Robin's Reckoning. It's like a 2-parter with Batman going after the guy that killed Robin's parents. Robin.
What Robin did they use in the animated series?
They used Dick Grayson.
Dick Grayson?
But he was in like the Tim Drake outfit, like so long pants.
Because didn't he eventually go to Nightwing?
He becomes Nightwing, and then Tim Drake becomes Robin, but as a kid.
And he's like very young.
Yeah, and they change up the costume a little bit, but it was cool.
Yeah, I know.
I like the idea of Robin being like in college, high school, like older and still doing it because he pretty much was like that in the comics, right?
Yeah.
But from the popularity of Batman, they obviously brought Superman. Did you watch Superman at all?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man.
I think I really got into Superman
before anything. When I was little, Superman was like my first. Yeah. Superhero that I loved. I mean, I think my mom took me to go watch it when I was like 2 years old. She took me to the drive-in, to watch Superman. So
I saw Superman 4. I was only alive for that one.
And I think we went and watched 2 in the drive-in. Mm-hmm. And I mean, that was even being 2 years old. I could remember that far back. You know what I mean? Like that was an event for me. Yeah. So, Yeah, Superman was the first superhero that I fell in love with. So it just made sense when Batman was popular, and I loved Batman. And for them, once they brought out the Superman animated series, I was totally on board, man.
Hi, everybody. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
Hey, everybody. This is Sydney and Vivian, and check out our review show on When Geeks Collide.
Hey everybody, check us out on Twitter at WGN Network. Bye!
And it looked like in the style of the Batman.
So like they were keeping things, like I said, to that universe.
Yeah.
That style.
I was like, oh, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
But the city was cleaner, you know. What I really liked is that Luthor didn't look like a punk. He didn't look like an old man punk, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was like a businessman, a rich guy. He looked
guy.
like he had muscles underneath the suit, you know what I mean? So I really liked what they did with Luthor on that show.
I liked Superman. I like the fact they brought in, that's when they started introducing more DC characters. Like there's a Flash episode, there's a Green Lantern episode.
What I love about that show too is I wasn't really familiar with Superman's Rogues Gallery.
Yeah.
And they really like brought them all into the mix, so it was good. My favorite episode though is with Lobo.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
It's my
episode.
favorite one too.
Yeah.
I believe it's called The Main Man.
Yeah. That, and I like the Metallo.
Oh yeah. The Metallo ones are really good.
Yeah, they're really good.
Because Metallo's actually in like the first episode.
Yeah.
And then he gets arrested, and then like they foreshadow. One thing I like they did, like you remember like in the comics that Kyle Rayner or whatever became the Green Lantern after Hal Jordan.
Yeah.
So when they did the Green Lantern episode, they did the Hal Jordan origin.
Yeah.
So with Abin Sur coming.
Yeah.
But they did it with Kyle Rayner because at the time he was.
Yeah, the
Green Lantern. But there's a part where I can't remember, it's Superman's fighting Sinestro or the Green Lantern's fighting Sinestro, and they go to an airfield.
Yeah.
And there's all the jets like for the Army, Air Force, and they slam into one, and on the side of it says Colonel Hal Jordan.
Oh wow!
Like cool little things nod. Like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
But I really like that show. Some of the Dark Side episodes are really good.
Yeah.
They brought Supergirl in. Like,
was there an episode like Under the Red Sun, type of no, the one where he's like. He's not in Russia, but he's. But it's kind of like that storyline. I'm trying to remember
like, what. He's like almost like a
dictator or whatever.
It's like I think it's like the last couple episodes.
Yeah.
With Darkseid like brainwashes them.
Yeah.
Those are good too.
Those are really good.
Those actually lead right into Justice League, which came next.
Yeah.
And you
wait. Do you want to? Let's talk about the Superman Batman animated movie.
Oh yeah, that was a pretty cool thing.
Yeah, I loved it, man.
It was they later just used it as episodes.
But
it was good. It was like Batman.
Oh yeah, because they did the Batman Superman hour.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they could.
There's a couple Superman episodes that are like with Batman. Like there's one in like the last season of Superman.
Yeah.
Batman's missing, so Robin's by himself. And all the criminals are starting to like
come out. Yeah.
So Superman dresses up like Batman.
Yes, I remember that. Yes.
And it's pretty cool. And then it turns out like Brainiac is controlling Bruce Wayne.
Oh, that's awesome, man. I remember that.
It's a cool episode. But yeah, the Batman Superman one, it was good. Oh, if we're gonna talk about that, like there was also Batman Mask of the Phantasm movie.
Yeah, that was huge.
Awesome.
Huge.
Like I remember, I always thought that movie did really good.
Yeah.
It made some money, but, like, I remember seeing it. Like,
it was in the theater.
In theaters.
Yeah.
I saw it on. The theater being packed.
Yeah.
Like.
I was surprised that it was going to the theater.
Yeah.
so surprised.
Yeah.
So at that time, you had straight to video.
Yeah.
Right? But I was just like, wow, they made an animated movie, you know what I mean? It was huge at that time.
Yeah.
And now look how many animated movies they have, right?
Yeah. None of them going back to theaters. But
no, but...
One thing I remember, it's not from when the movie came out, but Wizard at the time, I think it was like the year X-Men 2 came out, it had top 50 comic book movies of all time, which is funny because since then there's probably been like 50 more.
Yeah.
But in that, Batman Mask of the Phantasm is ranked higher than Tim Burton's Batman, Batman Returns, Batman Forever, and Batman and Robin.
Wow.
It's like pretty much the best Batman movie they put.
Yeah.
And I remember when that came out, it went from I stopped watching 89 Batman all the time.
Yeah.
To watching that all the time.
For sure.
It was so awesome. I remember the fight at the end, like remote control planes, and he like punches one and like cuts up his like it was pretty graphic.
Yeah, it was very
Joker
graphic.
gets a tooth knocked out.
Yeah.
It was good.
Well, they could do more.
Yeah.
I mean, they could get away with more than the TV show.
Now they did the Sub-Zero, the Mr. Freeze one.
Yeah, I never watched that.
I actually have it right there. It's on a 2-disc DVD with.
Is it really good?
I've never watched it. I was going to say I've never watched it.
You know what? I used to own it on VHS long time ago.
Yeah, see.
Somebody gave it to me for the kids, and I was like, "Oh, I'll watch this with the kids," and I just never watched it. Yeah. Just because I don't know.
It came out the same time as Batman and Robin.
Mr. Freeze is not a really. I don't know. That character isn't, you know.
Like I said before, I didn't care. And
I don't care for that character.
See, now that I kind of respect what they did with him.
No, they totally made him way better.
Yeah.
But they still haven't made him as good as a Joker or a Two-Face.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
even Two-Face.
Yeah.
I think there was another one. No, there's Batman, Superman. So, before they went into Justice League, though, Batman Begins. Now, did you watch that?
Yeah, I did.
Batman Beyond, I mean.
Batman Beyond, yeah. I watched that. I liked it.
I love it. I recently reconnected with it.
Yeah.
It's really good. Like, it's like... A thing these guys did, writing these shows, is they introduced stuff that's now in, like, current comic book continuity. Like, Harley Quinn with Batman. Livewire was the chick villain they had on Superman. Mm-hmm. She was like the radio show host.
Yeah.
Lori Petty did her. Do you remember Lori Petty?
Yeah.
That actress? Tank Girl?
Yeah.
She's in the comics now. Batman, there's the Batman Beyond comics now. Like, craziness. Like,
yeah, I know.
The show is so good.
He's a huge character now in the DC universe. Yeah. Which is awesome.
Where the fact that they were actually going to do a Batman Beyond movie.
Yeah, I heard.
I would totally like that.
Yeah. I'd say after the Zack Snyder little universe thing, they should do definitely, even if just a one-off.
Who plays old Bruce Wayne?
Old? Like how old?
Like in his 60s.
In his 60s.
Michael Keaton?
I don't know if he's that old, is he?
He's in his 60s.
Michael Keaton's in his 60s.
I'm pretty sure.
Wow. Because you would say he was, in his 30s? In the 80s?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I guess he would be in his 60s.
Eh?
Sure, why not?
He did an interview asking one part... Oh, we're getting a call back. Getting a call again. I gotta tell these people. Don't call us, we'll call you. But, he did an interview, apparently, Crystal was telling me.
Yeah.
That they asked him one role he wish he can go play again.
And he said Batman?
He said Batman.
Wow.
So.
Wow.
Let's see what happens.
I always felt like he didn't really want to do Batman. He was only there because Tim Burton was directing, and he was...
I think from this, after the second one, he just... was kind of like, you know.
But then he's done with the second. He doesn't come back for the third one because Tim Burton's not coming back.
He wanted more money or something.
Yeah, but then he does nothing. You know what I mean?
He did do nothing after that.
Well, he did some movies, but
he did that movie, The Paper, I was telling you about.
Yeah, and he really did Multiplicity, which you're a big fan of.
Love it.
But
Love it.
Besides that, really, what else did he do? And I'm pretty sure he's thought back on his career.
Yeah.
Recently and said, that was probably one of the funnest times of my life.
Yeah,
playing Beetlejuice and being Batman. And,
I bet.
You know? So, yeah, why not? Why not want to do that role again, right?
You know?
I think he would be good. I would also, he's way too old now, but Clint Eastwood at one point would have been a good old grizzled Batman.
I remember in Wizard they had, they used to have their like fantasy casting. Yeah. There's like Dark Knight Returns, and they actually had. Do you remember that show Hunter?
Yeah.
Used to be on the cop.
Yeah.
Him as Batman.
I'm a huge fan.
And I'm like, really?
I'm a fan of Hunter. Yeah.
Oh yeah, me too, man.
Back in the '80s, I watched
awesome.
Hunter all the time, man.
And then it was like one of those weekend shows.
It was like something I could watch with my mom,
Yeah,
like
my dad liked it.
Yeah, my dad liked it too.
But I think he would have been good for that role.
Is that guy alive still?
Who knows?
I have no idea what that guy's doing.
I'm gonna Google him later.
Yeah.
Find out. But yeah, like.
Yeah, he would have been good. Even Ed Harris.
Yeah.
Would be a good old grizzled Batman.
He's short.
He is short, yeah.
But yeah, definitely Clint.
Yeah. Clint Eastwood would but this is Clint Eastwood 20 years ago, he's way too
Dirty
old
Harry.
now. Yeah.
Not even maybe Unforgiven.
Unforgiven.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Now
or even
get off my lawn.
Yeah, Gran Torino.
There you go, Bat Torino.
Yeah. He would have done a good job playing an older Batman around that time too.
Yeah.
But like now, I don't know. He might be way too old. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I know he still works out and shit. It's crazy. It's like at some point you got to just give it up.
Yeah.
But
Batman Beyond.
Batman Beyond.
Any episodes that stand out to you?
The Return of the Joker.
The movie, yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I love that movie. That's another movie that I have on Blu-ray.
Yeah, that's really good. I'm trying to think of if anything that stands out, There's just so much.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that one.
They were able to do it and introduce a lot of new villains and stuff that people actually got into. And,
it was a whole different universe.
Yeah. I like the fact that it's the future and people don't want to respect Batman. They respect the Joker, so there's a Joker gang.
There's a Joker gang, yeah.
And there's an episode too where it's like Batman the Musical.
Oh yeah.
And Bruce Wayne's watching it, and he's getting so pissed off. And that's actually a Talia al Ghul episode where she actually ends up being Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah.
He's in her body.
Oh wow.
And they put Batman in the Lazarus pit, so you get a young
Batman
Bruce.
Glimpse. Yeah.
And then he's got the gray, like Ra's.
Yeah.
Because that's the plan, to switch from her body into Bruce's. And I love the Ra's al Ghul from those the DC animated universe. It's always detective.
Yeah, he's
awesome.
They make him so badass in the DC animated universe. I don't know him too well in the comic books. So.
Yeah, he came in the 70s and.
Yeah.
But now Justice League, you've recently watched.
Yeah.
You're on to Unlimited now.
Unlimited, yeah. I just started Unlimited, but wow, the Justice League, that shit blew me away, man.
Yeah.
Because I'm a little bit older now, I always let a cartoon breathe a little bit before I start it. You know what I mean? I don't always get it when it first comes out, and Justice League kind of slipped me by. But at that time, my daughter was born, and I was busy, occupied.
You also know, in Canada, it didn't come on until Friday nights. Eh?
Oh, really?
It used to come on 8 o'clock Friday.
Oh, I did. Yeah, I do remember having a hard time finding it. It wasn't like on every Sunday or whatever.
I remember one time I was hanging out with Nick Watts in Darkstone, and before we did whatever we're gonna do, me and Darkstone were like, no, we gotta watch Justice League. I was like, well, it's a stupid cartoon, whatever. Like, no, it's so well written.
Yeah, it was.
Just because at this time Justice League was fresh, I was like liked Batman, but wasn't watching old ones.
Yeah.
I'm like, so well written, like. You gotta watch it. After he's like, it's so good.
What I love about the show is that they use every character so well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't seem like they're neglecting anybody.
No.
Some episodes they don't even have some of the characters.
Yeah. Batman's not on all of them.
No.
He's like.
But he's in it.
But he is a
reserved.
He's
not a full
time
member.
Not a full timer.
That's right.
Since you just watched it, did you watch the Joker one? Where it's like he's hosting the whole thing. It's like a TV.
Yeah.
And he's got like all these bombs, and they're trying to like
defuse them.
Awesome episode. Yeah. Like I remember when that came on. Like
I just watched that like a few weeks ago.
Thinking like, where's the Joker in the show? You're getting every other villain. Where? Yeah. And then finally, I'm just like, yes.
They saved the best for last.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think that was right before.
It's one of the last ones.
Do you know? Did you watch the Christmas one?
I'm pretty sure I did. I've watched all of them.
Clark takes Martian Manhunter to Smallville.
Oh wow, I might have missed that one.
Flash is looking for a toy. Lantern and
yeah, I missed that one. My daughter skipped ahead on a few of them. So.
Go back and watch it.
Yeah.
It has so many little things. It's like, where's Kara? Oh, she's skiing with Barbara. So Supergirl is skiing with Batgirl. And then they get to this planet, Green Lantern and Hawkgirl. And when they get there, they're about to go in this bar. And, like, Lobo's there. And fucking Swamp Thing walks by. I'm just like, this is awesome.
Wow. Are you sure it's Justice League and not Justice League Unlimited?
League. It's before Unlimited,
okay.
Yeah.
I seen the Lobo one where Superman is dead.
World Without Superman.
Yeah, and Lobo.
He comes back.
Yeah.
That's actually a really good episode. I'm just going to bring that up. Yeah. That villain, Vandal Savage.
Vandal Savage, yeah.
I like him, man. He reminds me of Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah.
But, like, he's a villain I always heard about.
Yeah, same with me.
Like, never really...
That was the first time I really seen him.
And then, there's that one, they go to some other planet and come back, and he's, like, took over.
Yeah.
And then there's that one with Superman died. Is that in Unlimited? Or, no, it's on the other one.
No, it's on the normal Justice League.
But now that you're into Unlimited, Justice League's good.
Yeah.
Justice League Unlimited is fucking head over heels 20 times better.
You can't even get that one.
Oh my god, right? Yeah. I don't even know how to say it. It's so fucking awesome.
Yeah. Well, I saw the first episode just with the Green Arrow.
And how they have the Green Lantern go with them. Like, it's not Hal Jordan, but you remember in the comics.
Yeah, they were, yeah.
That's a wicked episode.
Yeah,
the villain is like some fucking thing you've never heard of.
No,
but it's awesome.
But it's awesome. Just the story to get him into the league, and he's fine with fighting like just 2-bit punks and whatever, and they're like, well, sometimes you gotta step it up because some of those punks become real monsters or whatever.
That's what Batman says. Right?
Yeah, Batman says something like that.
They're pretty much the same character, Batman, and
totally anybody that doesn't really have powers.
No powers.
And
wasn't there a time in the comics when Green Arrow had one arm?
Oh, I don't know.
I
know he's almost got like a Hawkeye thing where he's like an Olympic, archer or something.
Yeah, like he was like on shipwrecked on some island.
Yeah, and he to fend for.
But they have every hero. That's another thing about the Superman show. They had Steel.
Yeah.
On the show.
Yeah, that's right.
Steel's in Justice League.
Yeah.
They have everybody.
That's what I like. I love that. I love when, I want to see the universe, I don't want to just see, like Batman, the animated series, great, but I would have loved to seen, why not have Green Arrow on an episode?
That's one thing about Batman. There wasn't ever too many outside cameos. Like there was like the Demon Incarnate.
Yeah.
He's on one.
Yeah.
There's the Jonah Hex one.
Yeah.
But like, you know.
But a Green Arrow would have been been good, you know.
In Justice League though, Unlimited, there's a Jonah Hex episode too.
Sweet.
Because they go back in time. It's awesome.
Nice.
There's so many good episodes.
Yeah.
And like I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah, please don't.
But it's so good.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to watching it all.
Are you familiar with The Question at all?
Yeah, I've heard of him.
You're gonna love this fucking guy.
Yeah.
By the time you watch it, like he is so fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It's so good. Like, jeez, we'll have to come back to talk about this after you've watched.
Yeah.
Because it's like the second season's not that long.
Of Justice League or Unlimited?
The first one's like pretty long, and the second one's not.
It's shorter.
Okay. They also have an episode where they wrap up Batman Beyond.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to, watching that episode. Because I really didn't know how Batman Beyond ended, and it just kind of ended, right? Yeah.
You can actually go and watch that episode without watching the sequence because it has nothing to do.
I think
epilogue, by the way.
I think you can do that with almost all of them, right?
Yeah, unless they're two-parters.
Yeah, exactly.
But you can't like do it with seasons because each season has an overall arc that it leads to. Like season 1's like Cadmus stuff, so you gotta like. Yeah. You can watch different ones, but stay in that season.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a lot of cool things too, like. It's not really a spoiler. It's not spoiling the episode, but there's like that Amanda Waller chick, the Cadmus girl.
Mm-hmm.
She's like fucking with the Justice League and all this stuff. And there's one episode where Batman's talking to her, and she's like, "Well, you're not untouchable." And I forget what they say, but she's like, "You better be careful too, rich boy." So pretty much saying like, I know who the fuck you are. Oh, you guys aren't untouchable either, rich boy.
Mm-hmm.
The next episode, she's in the shower, and she's going to get the towel, and all you see is Batman's hand under the towel, pretty much telling her like, "Hey, yeah, you're not fucking untouchable either."
Yeah.
Then there's, I don't know if it's the same episode or it's the next one. They're just sending some missile to hit something. I won't spoil what they're going to do. But like, she's like, "Oh yeah, go proceed," and then her phone rings, and she goes, "Yes, Mr. President." And then it's fucking Batman, like, stop the fucking warhead kind of thing, you know? Yeah. It's like, he truly is the world's greatest detective. It's like so awesome. And to go back to the Batman Superman movie, how fucking Superman fucking looks through his mask and sees he's Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
And Batman fucking plants the thing on him. And then he's like, in his fucking house, he finds it. Yeah. He looks out the window. And it's like, and there, miles away, there's Batman.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And it just.
Yeah.
I did a salute. You couldn't see that.
Yeah.
It's fucking so good, man.
Yeah.
But there's so much stuff. Like they said, Justice League's Wicked, Unlimited, fucking. It's gonna blow your mind, man.
Yeah.
To the point when the show ends, because I remember when the show ended, you're just gonna be like, why did they fucking stop this show? Like,
what happened? Just
actually, I heard from Bruce Timm himself one year at Fan Expo. He was there, and someone's like, "Why did it stop?" Apparently, TV executives think kids aren't that smart.
Wow.
That's why TV shows they only go about 4 seasons. Yeah. They think kids aren't going to realize it's reruns. And if you notice, Batman animated series, 4 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Superman, it's like 2, but it wasn't as popular. But,
yeah.
Batman Brave and the Bold is either 3 or 4. Like, it's...
Yeah.
Just, the Batman was 4. It's just like boom, boom, boom.
Now, you don't like the Batman.
I don't completely hate it. I just hate what they did with some of the villains. They fucking destroyed the Joker.
Yeah. I agree with that.
But other than that, there's some good
stuff. The
stuff.
overall look of the show looked really good. Looked sleek, you know.
But I'm just such a fan of that style of Justice League. And
no, I know. It's a little bit different.
That's what I love.
That's when they kind of changed it up a little bit.
Yeah.
I liked it. but I didn't like it as much as the other stuff.
Yeah.
But what I really liked was the Batman versus Dracula movie.
That was actually good.
Yeah.
I watched it not too long ago, and I'm like, this is pretty good.
Did they change the look of the Joker in that movie? Or does
he
is
becomes
he still...
a vampire.
Yeah, I know.
But he's still like a Rastafari.
Oh, is he? Oh,
yeah.
That's
what they start to do with that show after too is when it started to slide, they added all the Justice League guys. Like Justice League ended.
Yeah.
So they put them all into that.
Yeah.
And they changed their look and stuff.
Yeah.
One thing about the Green Lantern cartoon, it was CGI that was on like this past year. But the style was that
Justice
style.
League style. Yeah.
Oh my god. Stop calling, fans. Please. All 5 of you. Stop it. So yeah, from Justice League, they went on to the Batman.
Yeah.
Then Brave and the Bold.
Yeah.
I don't really have too much to say about those because I don't really watch them.
I watched Brave and Bold, and I
watched some.
You have to you have to not take it so seriously.
Yeah.
The Brave and the Bold.
It's got really stupid villains.
Yeah, they go after the
Sportsmaster.
C, even D.
Yeah.
Level villains.
Music
Meister and stuff. Yeah. That episode is crazy though.
That show always started with the good villain.
Yeah.
And went to the fucking nobody.
Like one time I think they started with Joker.
And then went to Music Meister.
Yeah.
But there's also a really good episode where it's like an alternate universe and it's like Joker's the hero.
Yeah.
And he's the Red Hood. And like he still fell in the acid, but he went mental, but he like controlled it. And then Batman's like Owlman, it's like Red Scarab, and
yeah, they do some really cool shit on that show, man. They did an episode where he goes to some world where it's like cats and dogs are having a war, and that Savage dude, I think it's Vandal Savage, is like helping Batman. Or Batman's helping him or something like that. It was a pretty cool episode, man. I dug it. There's some cool stuff about it, even though, it's there's a lot of jokes.
It's totally for kids.
It's totally for kids, yeah. But adults can watch it because there's some like adult jokes.
There is that episode where he goes after Joe Chill, the guy who killed his parents.
Yeah.
It's like the first time you see him take the mask off.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, because he basically is Batman through the whole...
Yeah.
He's not really...
I haven't seen the last episode, but
apparently it's really good.
Yeah,
I never watched it. It's on Netflix now, so...
Yeah. I guess that's... To me, what I love is Batman...
Yeah.
Beyond...
the Superman...
Justice League. Like, listen to the Kevin Smith Batman on Batman... got me back into like I'm totally obsessed with it right now. This is like my obsession. Like I want all the animated series. I don't want like the stupid costumes. I want like the villains. Like
what
at
they
Fan
look
Expo.
like on the show. Yeah.
At Fan Expo, I got the Poison Ivy.
Yeah.
And like just things like that. I like. They're really well written. I can watch them anytime.
Yeah.
It's awesome. I can put them on. The kids aren't going to be like, oh,
Yeah, exactly.
But at the same time, I'm like,
because there's zombies.
I'm sure if Crystal was paying attention,
to the
she'd
animation.
be like, she'd be like, this isn't that bad.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. Is there anything else about this?
Well, there's this new Batman show I don't know anything about really. I've seen a bit. It's CGI, right?
Like it, yeah.
Why are they going to CGI?
I don't know.
Like I didn't even watch that. The Green Lantern show.
No,
I'm not a big.
Episodes.
I've told you this before. I'm not a big Green Lantern fan, so I didn't even bother.
He's like the Iron Man of DC for me. It's just like he's there. I was excited when the movie was coming out. I just like hearing about any kind of comic book movie. I remember like when freaking you remember that movie Ghost World based on that comic?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, Ghost World, that's a comic book. Yeah. I want to see that.
Yeah, I watched that because it was a comic book movie too.
But it's actually really good too.
It's a very good movie.
But like, I don't know. I'd rather see a Flash movie than a...
Totally. Yeah. Totally.
I'm surprised they never did a Flash TV show. Like, they did the TV show, but like, I mean the cartoon.
Oh, cartoon version.
Because he was good.
Yeah, I know.
And there's a lot of Justice League episodes that are about the Flash.
So. My daughter loves the Flash because of that cartoon, I think he was the breakout character on that show.
He was good, like I said, on the Superman.
He was the Fonzie of the show.
Yeah, on the Superman, he was good too.
Yeah.
Like they do the race.
Oh yes, I remember that episode. Yes, that's right.
I think he's on another one too.
Yeah.
I can't remember if Wonder Woman's on any of them.
Yeah, I don't
Wonder
know.
Woman's another one I can't believe they haven't did the show. Now they did her movie,
which was awesome,
and it was still like the same kind of style.
Yeah.
So I like that, and like the Green Lantern First Flight one.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same style. I like that, but.
How about the Justice League? What was that Justice League movie?
Doom?
No. That was good. No, it was an older style.
Oh, New Frontier.
Called? New Frontier, yeah.
That's cool, but that was like the first time when they really started getting away from that other style, and I was just like, I really like this movie.
Yeah.
But I really like that style. Like, it's that saying, if it ain't broke, why fix it? Like,
yeah.
You could do everything.
But they tried drawing him. They tried drawing him that movie to what the comic book.
Yeah, because it was a New Frontier comic that was out. And,
yeah, but what were you gonna say about Killing Joke?
Oh, I would like to see the Killing Joke.
Yeah.
But like, done in that Batman the Animated Series style, or like. When they did Year One, why did they do Year One like that? Like all the graphic novels that they're adapting.
Yeah.
To do it in that style would be cool. Like the Under the Red Hood, the style's similar.
Yeah.
But have you ever watched Young Justice?
I think so.
Now.
No, I haven't.
I had never watched it.
I watched some Teen Titans.
That's completely different.
Yeah.
And I could go either way on this. There's some episodes where I'm like...
It's too strange for me.
Yeah, some episodes I'm like, it's not bad. And some are just like, fuck, this is awful.
It's a little too strange for me. A little too kiddish, you know?
Yeah.
It's like something a 4 or 5-year-old would totally dig. But Young Justice, I've heard of this show, but I haven't watched it. Who's in it? What characters?
It's like... Robin. So for every Young Justice guy, their counterparts on it. So it's like Robin,
Superboy,
Superboy.
Yeah.
Martian Manhunter, the girl.
Yeah.
Impulse, Kid Flash.
Yeah.
Aqualad. Now the first episode starts. Speedy.
Is this new?
It's canceled already, but it's now on Teletoon.
Okay.
So, just. I don't know. You don't.
No.
You get anime flavors got.
Yeah.
Now it starts with them like today's the day. Their, I guess, bosses are bringing them to the Justice League.
I have seen the first episode. I've seen the first episode. I've seen so many cartoons.
They don't let them. They don't let them in the thing, and Speed's like, forget this kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like throws his hat down, you know. Then they find Superboy and.
Yeah.
So. I watched that episode. I have it was a 4-parter apparently.
Yeah.
I had the other 3 recorded. It's good, but still, I prefer the
Justice League.
For some reason I can watch those over and over again.
Yeah.
Like I only have season 2 and season 3 of Batman.
Yeah.
And I still watch that. If I get 1 and 4. It's gonna be new stuff to me, and I'm gonna watch it all over again.
They also changed the writer.
Yeah, because he's gone to Marvel now.
Yeah, Paul. Who is it? Bruce Timm. He's
Paul Dini.
Paul Dini.
Sorry.
Paul Dini. Yeah, he's
doing Spider-Man now.
And Hulk.
And Agents of Smash.
Yeah.
Haven't watched that yet.
Is it Paul Dini that's doing?
Yeah, he's the writer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bruce Timm is the.
Yeah. Okay.
The drawer.
Yeah. So I mean, they got a whole different team.
He's actually in charge of all the DC.
Yeah.
Cinematic stuff. But another Batman episode I like is Beware of the Grey Ghost. You ever see that one?
Yeah.
Adam West does the voice of the Grey Ghost.
That's awesome.
Fucking killer.
Yeah, man.
Show was so good, man.
Yeah. They did it right, man. They fucking did it right.
best stuff comic book related is when they stick to the source material.
Yeah,
you know?
Totally. And why not get Adam West to be the Grey Ghost? You know what I mean? Batman's idol.
You know,
growing up. Just makes sense, man. Yeah. So I mean, what other animated movies are we missing? We got The Dark Knight and Dark Knight Returns, or
we got The Dark Knight Returns. They split it up 1 and 2.
Yeah. Those are awesome.
Under the Red Hood was pretty awesome.
Yeah, that was good.
Justice League Doom was really good.
Yeah. Superman, Batman. Is it? No.
Apocalypse. Superman, Batman, and the Public Enemies one.
Public Enemy. That was.
Those are really good, and those are really close to the style.
Justice League and
the Justice League Flashpoint Paradox one. Have you watched that yet?
No, I've never.
That's fucking really good.
Yeah.
It's cool. There's the Batman Gotham Knights. I didn't really like that. It was like different stories.
Oh, I didn't like that at all. I got that around the time Dark Knight Returns came out.
Yeah.
That came out as well. I got that and I was like, I think they were trying to go for that the Matrix style of art.
Or the Animatrix.
The Animatrix, that's it, yeah.
That's what it reminded me of, just different stories.
But
there is a Green Lantern one that's like that too.
Yeah.
It came out around the movie. I like some of the shorts they have on the new one. Like there's like a Green Arrow one, there's a Catwoman one, there's a Jonah Hex one.
The shorts, of Batman?
Like on
very
like,
kiddie.
No,
drawing?
like on on Batman Year One, there's a Catwoman short.
Okay.
And then like on another one, there's Jonah Hex short. And then there's Green Arrow. It's just like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
They're really good.
Because they do have shorts right now. Remember, I was telling you what's going on. They have like they're drawn like they're little tiny, like almost like a superhero squad.
Yeah, like and they also got that. Super Best Friends Forever, the girls.
Yeah.
That's cool though. That's for the DC Nation.
Yeah.
But Oh, there's the Superman Doomsday one. That's like the death of Superman.
That's good.
That one's
really good.
But there is some
Where is there one Superman where he's fighting the toy guy? What's that toy guy called?
Toy Man?
Toy Man? Toy Master? I don't know.
There's actually another one. It's called Superman Brainiac Attack. Have you seen that?
No.
It was just on YTV. I recorded it. It's not good.
No.
It's the animation style.
Yeah.
Different voices for everyone. So I'm just like, why change the voices?
Yeah.
Like, that's one thing I like. Like, Kevin Conroy does the voice of Batman on a lot of them.
Yeah.
Tim Daly does a lot of Superman.
But sometimes it is cool when you have like Peter Weller do Batman.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's friggin' awesome.
If he were to say Dead or Alive, you're coming with me, it's amazing.
Think about it, man.
He's on Sons of Anarchy this season.
Yeah?
Yeah.
He was on Dexter
a
few seasons ago.
Some stuff too.
But he plays Batman. Batman made the new RoboCop. Like the universes are fucking colliding. When are we gonna see a fucking Batman and RoboCop? You know, animated movie or live action. You know,
it's like when they did the RoboCop versus Terminator game.
Yeah, well, it was a comic book.
The comic I almost bought.
I have.
There's a Superman versus Terminator game too.
Is there?
Comic.
Yeah.
Where John Connor.
It's called Superman versus Metallo.
No, but it's actually the Terminator.
Yeah, no, I know.
I'm pretty sure Metallo
is very, very similar to Terminator.
But I think Metallo is in it too.
Yeah.
But John Connor goes to Metropolis.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What is this?
Superman versus Terminator.
But what is it? Is it a game? Is it a...
It's a comic.
Oh, a comic?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is it the president?
It's not the president. It might be Batman, though.
Oh, wow. It's not a red phone, though. You need a red phone.
Hello? You truly are the world's greatest detective. How'd you know we're talking about you? Yeah, there's Superman versus the Elite.
Yeah.
That's on Netflix. There's Superman, All-Star Superman.
All-Star Superman's awesome.
So many.
Have you watched that?
No.
Oh,
It's
watch
good?
it. It's really good, man. It's also it's basically the comic book.
That's all they're doing now. They're
Yeah,
taking
I know.
a comic and they're just...
It's awesome.
Why not?
I love it.
The Killing Joke is coming out.
I hope so. You've heard it? It's announced?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
Mark Hamill is dying.
I know he's dying to do
be the Joker for Killing Joke.
Yeah, I know. He wants it so bad. I hope they go with him. When I read... I'm reading The Killing Joke right now because I've never read it.
You hear Mark Hamill?
I hear Mark Hamill's voice, man.
It's funny, like...
it's so weird.
With me, it's like I hear the animated Batman.
Yeah.
All the animated ones are what I hear.
Yeah, same with me.
And back in the day when I first started reading comics,
yeah,
before X-Men came on, I heard Australian
Wolverine.
I'm like, this isn't right. Get out of my brain.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right. Well, I guess that wraps it up, eh?
Yeah. Jeez.
I don't know how long we've been talking, but yeah.
Yeah.
We've been talking for an hour and a half.
What else is new?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Let's just wrap this thing up.
So let's wrap it up. So yeah, that's just our thoughts on the DC.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys have never watched some of those shows, you should definitely check them out. A lot of them are on the American Netflix,
which is
right now.
So easy to get. I'm sure if you're listening to this, you probably already know
Just,
how to do it.
Yeah, YouTube. The IP addresses of American IP addresses, whatever it is. But
it's it's the DNS.
DNS
number,
okay,
not the
all right.
IP.
Well, Steve got me into it, so he would know.
If like I said, animeflavor.com, go there. All of those are on there.
Oh yeah, Anime Flavor. Anime Flavor has everything, and it updates constantly with the new stuff that's playing over the weekend or whatever.
Yep. Like that's where I watched Flashpoint Paradox.
Yeah.
2 days after it came out.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm watching the Hulk and the Agents of Smash on there right now.
Yeah.
So, and that's really good. I mean, everything we just talked about, DC Universe. I mean, all those guys are now over at Marvel doing Spider-Man and Hulk.
He wrote all the best episodes.
Yeah.
Pretty much. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
that's it. That's it for this week.
Next week, I guess we'll have Kingdom James on.
Let's hope.
Hope.
If not, then
it's after 7.
Steve's a liar.
Whatever. I said we're gonna do this 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I know.
And then we had Paige on. So, but I don't know what we'll do.
Yeah.
From next week.
Who knows? We'll see. But anything you want to plug?
Yeah. Alpha One Final Act.
Yeah.
Alpha One Wrestling.
When's that? October.
That's October 20th in Hamilton. I don't remember where, but if you go to alpha-1wrestling.com, get all the info there. And also, it's a doubleheader earlier in the day. It's a Wrestling for ALS, a charity show presented by Fringe. I'm doing Fringe Pro Wrestling on September 22nd. Have no idea for any of these shows who I'm facing.
But if you want to meet Steve Brown, go up to him.
I accept gifts. Like I said, I'm collecting Batman animated series stuff. So, if you have a Wonder Woman pink label
Barbie,
got
a wish list.
If you have a Wonder Woman pink label Barbie, you can bring that. I've been on a mission for that for my wife. Actually, October, that same weekend, the day before is Busted Knuckle Pro Wrestling in Niagara Falls.
Yeah.
And possibly, don't quote me, here through the grapevine, on Friday, October 18th, possibly Death Proof Pro Wrestling. Fight Club? Death Proof Fight Club? Possibly.
And you'll be able to see me there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely there is something Death Proof in the works.
Yeah.
From Warhead has said.
That's good.
But yeah, a few things coming up. Yeah. I got contacted to wrestle in the States. So October 5th, I'll be in Cleveland, Ohio.
Sweet.
For MAW Lucha Libre.
Nice.
Look it up. And yeah.
Cool. And I would just like to say, if you're listening to this podcast, please continue to listen. Tell your friends. Tell your family. You know what I mean?
It's funny, like, some of them, like, have really high views, and then some of them don't.
Yeah.
But the ones that don't have the same amount, so that means that's, like, I know we're nothing to brag about here, but our subscribers are going up.
Yeah.
You know?
Are they?
Do you remember how many Twitter followers we had last time? I said
something like 20, you said?
But last time we recorded, I said we had 13, I believe. Oh. We have 20 now.
Oh, we have 20 now.
We're just trying to get out there. We're just doing this for fun, you know?
Yeah.
Spread the word. Still trying to figure out iTunes.
Yeah.
If you like what you hear, you know, at WGC Network.
That's right.
That's on Twitter. When Geeks Collide at Gmail and Hotmail.com. And there's a child coming downstairs, so we're gonna end it.
All right.
So
see ya.
See you guys next week.
Bye.